What's up, everyone? So, I wanted to do a brief reintroduction video. For those of you who haven't been following along my journey, I apologize for my disheveled look at this moment. Just got done playing a softball game in intramurals, so I'm a little tired. I'm in my pajamas actually. So, yeah. But I haven't posted any new videos on my YouTube page in a long time, and there's a lot of changes that have gone on. So I wanted to kind of reintroduce myself, let everybody know who I actually am, what I do, and what my goals are. For those of you who haven't been following along. So my name is Patrick. I'm 26 years old. Been training since my sophomore year of undergrad, so roughly 4 or 5 years now, I think. Um, I am a PhD student at Oklahoma State University. I did my undergraduate degree, my bachelor's degree in science, or in a bachelor of science in ecology and evolution. It's a bachelor of biology, um, college of arts and sciences, whatever. Anyway, bachelor of biology, focus on ecology and evolution. Graduated in 2009, and then I did my master's at Middle Tennessee State University, master's in biology again. Um, Focusing on environmental toxicology and specifically reptiles and amphibians. It's kind of my thing. I love herps in general. So I look at the way environmental contaminants, things like metals, pesticides, um, oil spills, etc., interact with the ecology of snakes and lizards and frogs and all kinds of creepy crawly stuff that most people don't care for. Um, and that's kind of what I'm doing with my PhD as well. My PhD work will be looking at the effect of a fungicide on some frog species and how real-time exposure, so exposure in the field, affects their survivability. Um, so that's a little bit about my educational background. Like I said, I've been training for somewhere around 5 years. I started off in sophomore year. Actually, in high school, I swam. I didn't actually train, so I swam. Um, Wanted to play baseball, was too small. Really was not a big guy. Um, when I got to college, I got the usual freshman 30, and then started training my sophomore year, and got rid of the freshman 30 really quick. It actually came back down to a freshman 10. But started off doing max OT training, then transitioned into some of my self-made programming, and eventually ended up on Lane Norton's FAT program, PHAT. If you're not familiar with it, Google it. Hopefully most of you are. Um, did that for a little while, made some good gains, and then got into Olympic lifting for a little while. Actually, that's where my channel kind of left off. Was some of my adventures into Olympic lifting, which was a lot of fun. It was really great for my squatting and my pulling off the floor. And something I was really needed because I tended to be one of those bros that didn't squat the depth, didn't deadlift very often. So, yeah. Currently, I am on the Strength Guys mesocycle number 3 of post-activation potentiation hypertrophy training. Um, really enjoying it, working with Matt Jansen. Fantastic guy. I've known him for a while. I trust him with everything, so it's going to be a great experience, and that kind of leads me into future goals. So I've been wanting to compete for a long time in terms of bodybuilding. I wanted to compete in natural bodybuilding for a long time, but turns out my hormone production decided it didn't want to do that. So a couple years ago, I was diagnosed with secondary hypogonadism. It's basically where your pituitary craps out and stops producing hormones. And so where a normal guy's testosterone would be somewhere around 650 nanograms per liter, or milliliter, sorry, nanograms per milliliter, at my age, mine was about 170. So I was getting the usual effects: lack of libido, fatigue, metabolic slowdown, muscle loss, really just dying, basically, almost, if you want to say that. I mean, really everything was just going down the crapper really fast. And so, long story short, after a long time of diagnostic medicine or diagnostic tests and trying to rehab my metabolism and all that good stuff with food and exercise and yada yada, I ended up having to go on hormone replacement. So now my goal is to maximize my potential with normal hormone levels. My hormone replacement is not anything beyond what people would do um, just to get back to normal. I actually had my blood work done in November last, and everything was perfect, spot on, right in the dead middle of normal range. So, anyway, I'm rambling. Goals. So at the moment, I'm kind of in a nice little off season. I had some injuries crop up towards the beginning of the year, and like I said, I was still sorting out hormone issues. But my plans are to compete next year, next spring actually, in a non-sanctioned show. It's actually hosted by Oklahoma State. The promoter is Brian Whitaker, actually WNBF pro. He's actually a friend of mine now. I met him when I first came here, which, being a fan of natural bodybuilding was like meeting the friggin' president if you're a political fan. So it was really awesome to meet him, and he puts on a fantastic non-sanctioned show here, and so I want to be competing in that. That's next April, and then I'm also eyeballing a couple of NPC shows that are pretty local. One's in the Tulsa area, one's in the Oklahoma City area, and they're only a couple weeks after the Oklahoma State show. So I should be in shape by then. If not, then I've done something wrong. It definitely won't be any fault of Matt's. Um, but that's my plan. I plan to compete in the OSU show, and then hopefully at least one of those NPC shows while I'm still in shape. Hopefully my research won't get in the way. That's part of the reason why I'm not competing this year. Is because my field research actually starts, and I may have to drop everything I'm doing and drive to Nebraska to catch a bunch of frogs and stick them in a cornfield, and watch how many of them die when they get sprayed with fungicide. Morbid, I know, but my goal is to minimize the risk. So that's why I do the research. So that's an introduction to me. If you guys are curious about following along with me, I have a Facebook. Find me on there. I also have an Instagram. It's Workout Freak, WRKOUTFRQ. Yeah, I tend to be a workout freak. I love to work out, love to exercise. Can't get enough of it, really. So that name was very fitting. I also have a blog on bodybuilding.com in the contest prep section. So check it out. You're welcome to follow along. I post daily updates, or almost daily updates, workouts, random vlogs. There's a few on there that are actually link only. I did some old videos on my YouTube that I didn't make public. So you can check those out. And other than that, guys, that's who I am. Stay tuned. I want to get more workout footage actually made public. The OSU gym kind of frowns on filming, but I have access to the actual weightlifting club room. Brian Whitaker had the great foresight to set up a room in the athletic center that is only for the weightlifting club, and it's got a bunch of powerlifting equipment, some big dumbbells, and yada yada. So, I don't get in trouble for filming in there. So hopefully I'll get some more footage, and hopefully you guys follow along with me, and stay tuned for my journey to the stage. It should be a good one. Right now, me and Matt are kind of rehabbing my metabolism some more just to make sure that we maximize my potential right now. And then soon we'll be moving into full off-season mode, start to get some lean gains in, and hopefully bring me into a nice full position, in a good spot to start dieting sometime next fall. So, till later, guys. Take it easy, and hope to see you around.